and this button, and now everyone can see and hear us. Not
yet. I don't see or hear us.
Well,
I see the little TV thing, but I don't see or hear us.
Gotta wait longer. It'll show
I have no
up.
patience. I have no chill.
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, welcome to the goddamn show. We're here to play through the Hedgerows, a Tales from a Loop campaign, loosely, roughly, possibly inspired by Over the Garden Wall. Yeah, I don't know. This is our second session. We're gonna do some things. Once again, Violet sadly couldn't make it. She's feeling a little under the weather today. So it's just the four of us again. But that's fine. We had a great time last time. And maybe we'll have a great time today. We did, damn it.
All right. Good.
It was mandatory fun time.
It was mandatory fun time. There was a three-legged race.
Fun.
And there was the egg carry thing.
Yeah.
And then what else was there? I have no idea. There's Ashley in the chat. I know Ashley.
Ashley. She in the other room.
Yes,
you can go, hi, Ashley.
Sour Vixen has a command. There it is.
Did you know she made a thing and didn't even know?
She made a what?
She shared a thing with me in a group chat the other day. Not the other day. It was probably months ago. And I added it to my Amazon wish list and I bought it. And she's like, yeah, I don't remember what that is. I don't know what she's talking about.
That sounds right. Sure, Ashley. Sure you didn't mean to.
I mean, I like it, but just need to sign her up for the Amazon like kickback program where she gets money.
Right?
The Amazon partnership, yeah.
Yeah.
She's playing
exactly
the shit out of Ooblets today.
Oh, that game is so fun. So
came out on
cute.
Switch. Yeah.
We had it on the Xbox.
Yeah. I picked up Cult of the Lamb for my Switch because everyone was talking about it.
I want to wait and get a physical copy because it looks so cute.
It's definitely.
I could play it and then get a physical copy later, but then I'm buying it twice.
You are.
All
right, yeah, let's do introductions, and then we'll do a little recap, and then we'll start playing. We'll start with, there's three of you here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll. Do I have a victim table? I do have a victim table. I need to adjust a little bit. The victim table. Get rid of that. And we can drop this for now. One, two. Count Chocula over here.
My kid gets mad at me. She's like, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. I just love that she's phasing in and out of existence.
Liam's calling her old grandma, Duchess of Dookie. Irene, I rolled you on my victim table, so why don't you go ahead and introduce who you are and who you're playing?
Yeah, hi, I'm Irene, and I'm playing Mandy, the aspiring rocker with a guitar on her back.
And I have a question I need each of you to answer. Mandy.
Oh, no.
What is your birthday, Mandy?
What is Mandy's birthday? I wrote that down.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I asked it earlier, but I don't remember.
Notes.
Okay, I didn't write that down. I know she's 13.
Yeah, you're all 13.
So we'll go with September 10th. No, it's a terrible date.
9/10.
We'll go with September 23rd.
23rd. Okay. Very cool. You two are swapped. Let's drag this over here. Now you're in the right spots. Okay, Irene, who's the next victim?
We'll go with Jamie.
Jamie,
Oh no.
who are you?
It's
Who are you playing?
me, Jamie. I'm Periwinkle, and I'm probably a little too much like myself in real life. She's just doing what she's doing, floating through life, happy, doing whatever you're doing. And my birthday is October 31st, baby.
Oh, shit. Nice. And April.
Hi, I'm April. I am playing Nikki. She's a little troublemaker, and her birthday is December 24th because she never actually gets a birthday party.
Oh, God, that hurts.
No, forgotten.
December or September 22nd. Okay, you're all.
Are you writing those down, or are you just contemplating it?
Two of you are in fall, and one of you's in winter. Okay. May or may not come up later. Who cares? It's fine. So, yeah, you all belong to a scout troop.
First day of fall. Meteorological fall happened today.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
A scout troop, Troop 69, known as the Ghoul Scouts. You were all on a trip heading to Camp Wanasakaweasel. And along the way, you saw an elk that had weird-ass eyes walking on its hind legs in the middle of the road. And because of that, the bus driver, Mr. Hallisey, swerved, crashed through, the nearby brush and trees and shit, and went diving off a ravine into the river below. And you all woke up on this very strange shore with all these other weird kids in like this, 18th century English kid kind of outfits. And you talked to one. His name was Jimmy. He says, oh yeah, just got to push through the hedgerows. And you found yourself in a weird graveyard with this big building inside it that had a shitload of corn and a rat by the name of Remy who let you all stay there for the night, but you had terrible dreams.
Nicest rat.
Yeah. You ended up trying to move through the hedgerows again, and you found yourself at this old coal mine operated by the dead, oversaw by adults. And you found out that one of those dead, was Mr. Hallisey. And you were able to free him. And he disappeared. And after that, you pushed through the hedgerows again. And it took you somewhere new.
Yeah,
Somewhere
and
exciting.
like, game over.
Game over.
You forgot
Bye.
to mention that we started a union.
We did.
You unionized the
Full union.
zombies working in the coal mine. Yes. It's quite fantastic. So as you all push through the hedgerows, not sure where you're going to end up. So far, you've seen the beach, you've seen the graveyard, you've seen the coal mine. But as you push through this time, you see this large clearing. And in the center of this clearing is this massive, gnarled, very kind of scary looking tree.
With fucking faces and shit.
Oh no.
And not far off from this tree in this clearing, you can see there's like a shanty town, just a bunch of like tents set up in a small town. You can see kids moving around here and there. Look up in the sky. It's coming up on dusk, so you're thinking maybe 5 or 6 p.m. But as you're kind of looking over this, you can see all these kids in this tent village going about their business. And you can see another kid nearby has got all of these wooden cages set up by the tree, and you can see they take something out of the cage and they throw it up at the tree, and then there's just like a little puffball kind of explosion, and whatever it is gone. So what all do you want to do?
That's fine, Jimmy. It's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see if Jimmy's in with these kids.
Yeah. So you move up into the tent city. You can see that looking around, see a lot of kids that you don't recognize, but there's this kind of line that snakes through this little tent city, heading kind of towards the center of it. And as you're kind of walking through looking confused, one of the kids, just a random kid, looks like, 6, 7, not old at all. Hey, back of the line is that way. Get in line.
What's the line? Line 4.
Oh, it's to talk to the rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. It's too early for this. It's too early for a Dwayne Johnson joke, or I don't know. Was he around in the
he would have
90s?
been around during the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. He was a wrestler in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just
Not
called
an
by
actor
Rocky
yet.
Maivia at that time. Anyway, yeah. Back of the line. Can't cut. We all gotta wait our turn.
Why do you need to talk to the rock?
Well, we need to talk to the rock. Why else would you want to talk to the rock? To get
We're new
answers. Oh, you knew
For-
here. That's new.
We don't, yeah. If we don't know the things, if you could explain it to us.
Yeah, so you can talk to the rock, and it knows things. And you can ask it a question, and it'll tell you in some way or the other. But, it comes at a price. So, as long as you're willing to pay the price, you can ask a question, and it'll tell you the answer.
What sort of price are we talking about here?
Oh, knowledge. You ask it a question, and it tells you two things. Something you do want to know, and something you don't want to know.
Oh, so that's the price, is learning what we don't want to know.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, if we came through the hedgerows this way, then we obviously need to be here.
Should we talk to the rock?
I think we should try and talk to the rock.
Line's back that way.
All right, I guess we'll get in line.
I mean, it's coming up on dinner, so they're going to be handing out corn here soon. Yeah, it's budded today,
Whoa.
right on the cob. That way you don't have to worry about getting out of line. I've been here for about 3 days now. It's moving along nicely.
We may need to take shifts standing in line.
It's
How long
allowed.
is the normal wait?
It's allowed. Oh, maybe a week.
Have you seen Jimmy?
Jimmy, I know Jimmy. I ain't seen him around in a while.
All
He
right.
usually stays in town. Aquaberg, that's usually where he's at. Runs a successful business. Entrepreneur, that one.
What kind of business does he have?
Oh, he's a trouser seat repairman.
It's a seat repairman.
Yep.
You blow the seat out of your pants. That's the man to see.
Wait, absolutely. Have a slip, have a fall, tear a hole in your pants.
Have to make sound with your rear end.
They
Rip a hole
call
in your
them
pants.
seat noises.
Yeah, seat noise. Barking spider situations.
Yeah. They stepped on a frog.
Yeah.
Anyway, line's back
Serious
that way.
conversation, Mandy. Should we get in line, or should we be like, fuck this shit?
Well, are there any other places that we need to go wander around before we just stand in line?
Oh
for
yeah,
you?
what else is there to
He
see in this?
he overhears you saying that. Well, I mean, you could be here to see the tree, but the
What's the tree tell us?
tree doesn't tell you anything. It's
Oh.
first, I tell you. I
All
got
right.
to, I gotta feed it regular like.
Where do you feed it?
Oh, birds. Feed it birds. The bird feeders over there. You can see them.
I'm gonna make sure my bluebird's tucked nicely away in my dress, in my
Yeah,
coat.
you might want to do that. He'll snatch it right up.
Yeah.
They got the bird feeder over there. They have to feed it birds every hour. If they don't, dang thing catches fire.
A bird feeder.
Wait, you said the tree catches on fire?
Yeah. If it doesn't eat enough birds in a day, it catches fire at night.
Okay, so here's the deal. Why would that be bad if the tree is burning?
I
It'd
mean-
be warm and provide light.
I mean, when have you ever known something that was good in any way at all that just randomly catches fire?
I mean, you could just let it burn down, right?
It doesn't burn down though. It just goes
Oh.
out the next morning. You got to deal with smoke.
I mean, I feel like
Coffin? And I mean,
this could
who
be like
wants
an
to stand
infinite
in
source
line?
of free energy.
Oh, no, listen. Who wants to stand in line, covered in soot, smelling
That's
like
true.
smoke, coughing? We got enough of that. Listen, black lung's a thing. If you work in the mines, no need to agitate it.
I thought you were unionized.
We
You
are.
don't have safety equipment?
You still got safety equipment, but I mean, there's only so much that a couple of socks wrapped around your face with twine will do.
All right. Get these kids out of here.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go look at the bird feeder, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to get too close to the bird feeder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Find it a horrendous monstrosity.
You can hang back.
Yeah, you can hang back. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you do that, they let you pass, like as long as you promise you ain't cutting. They'll give a little space so you all can squeeze past and head to the tree. And it's maybe 50 yards from this camp where the big tree. This thing is gnarly. It's huge, unbelievably huge. It's got this very foreboding sense, like you could feel uneasy as you come up to it, and as you get closer to the tree it feels colder. But you can see you get closer and you hear the chirping of birds, and you can see
The terror of the birds.
yeah, and you can see there's a kid there, bundled up, heavy coat, hoods up, cinched tight. And every now and then they reach into one of the cages. You can hear a little bit of, sounds like they're crying almost, as they then take one of these birds and just yeet it up into the tree's branches. And all of a sudden the bird just boom, kind of explodes in a little like poof of feathers.
What a terrible, terrible place this is.
What do you want to do?
I'm not sure.
Is the kid crying? Is that
Seems
am I
like it,
understanding that
yeah.
correctly? Okay, and how old does this kid look?
Looks to be about the same age as all of you. That early teenage.
13,
Yeah.
13.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go ahead. Mandy will go ahead and approach him and ask, "Hey, is everything okay there, bud?"
As the kid turns around, you get, yeah, she pulls her hood back. And you can see it's one of the scouts that were on the bus with you.
Oh.
Mandy, what's the name of this kid?
We'll go with Charlene.
Sure, yeah. You see Charlene. Tears in her eyes. Very upset. It's fine. I hate having to feed my birds to this thing.
They're your birds?
They're my birds.
Where'd you come from, Charlene? How long have you been here?
I've always been here. Not here. I came from Aquaberg, where I, ran a pet store. And then they needed someone to give birds to the tree. So they made me come out here with all my birds. Now I have to work here to hatch them and feed them and raise them. These are pets. They're songbirds. They're meant to make people happy, but here I am every hour having to toss a bird at the tree.
Do you remember where you were before this? Before you lived in Aquaberg?
I was just at Aquaberg.
Where were you born?
Oh, I don't know. I think I showed up on the beach one day, but that would have been years ago.
Hmm. Time's all funky here.
Time is
We need
super
to.
funky.
Can we destroy the fucking tree and set her free of this terrible thing she has to do?
I mean,
You guys.
she points like, you can try, but others have too. And you can see along at the base of the tree, there's like healed up, like cut marks. The tree, I mean, it'll defend itself.
How is this tree cursed?
It's bad news. You can feel the cold. If we don't feed it enough birds, it catches fire at night and fills the entire area with smoke. It said anyone who does harm to the tree has bad luck.
Do you know if the tree's always been cursed, or did it just suddenly happen one day?
I heard stories that back a long time ago, it used to make golden fruit that you could eat, and it would,
Golden fruit tree.
be plenty to heal people and feed everyone. Now all we've got is corn.
I mean, corn's pretty great, but yeah, I see your point.
It's the most wonderful thing in the world.
Ohio.
What's that?
So I can't believe we're in Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gotta feed it, my precious birds.
All right. So I don't know if there's anything we can necessarily do right now. But
We want to help you.
yeah, we definitely do.
I mean, if you want to help me, get me out of this so I don't have to free any of my birds to this thing anymore.
We'll try our best.
Why don't all of you... I gotta get a character sheet open because I never remember what does what. Just everyone give me an investigate test.
Investigation.
We got
Failure.
Oh,
3 failures.
we do
dear.
have
Yeah,
three
banked
banked
reroll, right?
rerolls. Yeah.
Yes. Someone want to use a banked reroll?
Who has the best? Investigate. I have 5, I think.
I see 3d6,
I think you
3d6,
do.
4d6.
46. Okay. I think it's me then.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm going to be investigating a little bit more. Don't let me down. Reroll. 1 success.
As you're trying to, you're taking this tree in, as you're thinking about how you could help Charlene, you swear in one of these notches, like it blinks, but it's weird. Like you realize it's not the blink of the tree blinking. There's something inside of it with like this yellow eye and this like green scaly eyelid that blinks.
Like that.
We're going to communicate that with everyone and be like, I just saw a thing.
Could it?
I don't know what to do about that.
It could potentially be whatever's protecting the tree.
Could be what they're feeding the birds to. Do we have weapons still? Did we take guns with us from the no, we had to leave our guns.
I think that we do have a pickaxe, maybe?
I have a baseball bat.
That sounds right.
How close can we get to this tree before it does gross tree things?
Get right up to it if you want. I won't stop you. Nikki's got a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Can I try and poke this thing's eye? Is that a good idea?
You can give it a shot. Absolutely. I won't stop you. You're going to give me a force test.
Force test. Ooh.
Yeah. Do you want to push or re-roll that?
I think I will.
Okay, you're using one of the banked rerolls or doing a push?
I'll use one of the banked rerolls.
Sure.
Whew.
Oh, you did good. You jam it into the hole. And as you do, you feel it hit like something soft. And you hear, ow! And like there's some movement in the tree branches.
Did this tree just talk? Or whatever was in the
They
tree?
did just talk. Get on out of here. Come on, show yourself.
If you want to try and command it to show itself, that's going to be I think that's going to be a lead test.
All right. Let me lead you to get the heck out of that tree, everybody. Everybody. Oh, no.
Do you want to use the last banked reroll or give a push?
Anybody else want to try?
I can give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidating.
You hear Periwinkle very politely telling it to come out.
You're like, all right.
You said that was
Lead.
a lead. All right. Get out of the tree, motherfucker.
There's a success. As you see from between the branches, something comes slithering out. And it's this. Now, I want you all to just, be cool here. Because this is what Midjourney gave me.
Oh, boy.
So just be cool. As this giant one-eyed snake comes slithering out.
An acceptable one-eyed snake. I'm not going to be... I won't give too much grief over that
How
one-eyed snake.
dare you strike me? That's very rude.
Who are you?
I am Felipe Rodriguez Hernandez the Seventh.
What are you doing in the tree there?
I live here.
Okay. Are you the one eating the birds?
Yes, they feed me.
And why does the tree catch fire when you don't have birds to eat?
Because if they don't feed me the birds, I don't extinguish the fire that starts every night.
So you are putting the fire out.
Yes.
Listen, my man, what is your opinion of corn?
I do not like it.
Listen,
I like birds.
corn is a beautiful thing. It's got the juice.
Smell bird on you.
No, you don't. I don't know what you're talking about. Back up. Be like, no, I have no bird here.
Nikki's gonna square up with the bat.
Why do you have to eat birds? Why birds, man?
They're tasty.
Well,
They make
what
my
if
tummy happy.
What if we run out of birds? Then what?
Then I let the tree burn.
Well, doesn't that seem like a nuisance to you too, since you live there?
No.
No. It won't burn you down like it won't burn you?
I just go lower into the trunk where it doesn't burn.
Okay, but what
It's
if
toasty warm?
you're going to like eat these birds out of existence? Man, you got to
Make
consider.
more. This
No,
one,
you can't just always make
Charlene,
more.
She makes birds for a living.
I don't know.
Okay, so do you know why the tree sets on fire?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
No.
Why?
Curiosity?
Morbid
concern,
curiosity.
a little
Yeah.
bit of confusion.
What will you give me in exchange?
Music.
A sick tune.
Mandy, give me a charm test. See if he's interested in music.
A sweet ballad.
I'm going.
Ballad of the Snake.
Can I use my guitar?
Oh yeah, riffed out a just gnarly lick on that thing while you say, you know, music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yes, I love music. It really puts a pep in my step.
Yeah, and so Manny then I guess like starts playing Deep Purple's Stormbringer on her
Nice.
guitar there.
Yeah, you got a shitload of successes. So yeah, you belt this thing out. It's fantastic. You actually get some people from the little tent village that come around and kind of, you know, sit around in a circle, listening to you play this thing.
Nikki gets out her lighter and she's just standing there.
You have one too. As all of a sudden this giant snake tail comes out of the tree branches, wraps around you, Nikki, and yoinks you up into the tree.
No.
No, I can't.
You can try and resist this if you want. This will be a force test.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts pulling you up. You plant your feet on the trunk of this tree and just force yourself back down. And this thing just like it unfurls around you and you drops you back on the ground. You said that you wanted to know the secret for music. That's what I was doing. Showing you the secret.
Oh, you know, you can't just grab people like that. You really need to give them some kind of warning, bud.
My apologies.
Okay, so just I don't really want to touch the tree. Can we try this again?
Yes.
Okay.
Tail comes down, wraps around you, but you can tell you must have offended the snake because it just kind of drags you up along the trunk of the tree. And eventually when you get up into like the top and the branches, you can see there's this giant hole, like opening, like the thing must be hollow. And it lowers you down in there. And it goes along as well. Use your secret. Your fire.
Flick the lighter again.
Yeah, and you do, and it kind of illuminates. And you can see like kind of like wedged into kind of like along the top rim of this tree is this old rusted out lighter that's just got this tree growth kind of like around it almost. Every night that's where the fire comes from. And I blow it out.
Maybe we can take that fire out of there.
Yeah. Has anyone ever tried taking it out?
No one else knows. It's our secret.
Oh, that's a really interesting secret.
Yes. Anyway, you know now. Tail wraps around you and starts lifting you back up out of the trunk.
Okay.
Now you're going to be going right next to this lighter. Is there anything you want to do as you go past it?
Can I try and kick it?
Yeah. Once, give me a move test on this one.
I think the damn thing would eventually run out of fluid. I'm just saying.
You kick it. And it breaks free from like the branches that are holding it. And as you're kind of looking at it, you can see that these branches that are kind of like coming out almost look like a hand made of like twigs and stuff that are holding, you know, your standard lighter with the thumb up, and you kick it and it shakes its wooden hand, and the wood retracts back into the tree as the lighter drops down in. Now, for Mandy and Periwinkle, as you're all standing outside of this tree going, what the fuck? The snake just took Nikki inside the tree. Through one of these, you know, one of the knots on the tree, one of these holes, all of a sudden you see Nikki's lighter like pop out and land on the ground.
I'm gonna snatch it up.
As the snake's tail drops, like gets you up and over and just drops you from way up with this angry hiss. You've ruined my scheme. How dare you?
Just get
I'm
up,
sorry.
brush myself off, and be like, I'm so save the birds.
Cultural differences. Sorry, we didn't know better.
You will pay for this.
Nikki pulls the bat out of her backpack again.
The snake kind of like rears up like, oh shit. This isn't good. As it then starts kind of lowering down into the grass and slithering away from all of you.
Should we try and catch it?
I don't know.
Would catch it with what though? Like, how big was this snake?
It was very large, enough that it very easily picked up Nikki.
Yeah. So what would we catch it with, Nikki?
You know what? Fair.
Say, let it go and let it be on its way.
Yeah. Ink really tucks the bat back into her backpack.
Yeah.
So apparently this is Nikki's lighter.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Actually, Nikki, you've
But
got
she
your
has
lighter
her
on
lighter?
you.
But this lighter fell out of the tree
Yeah.
and it's her lighter.
That must have been the one that I kicked. There was this weird, creepy little twig hand, and it had the lighter in it, and apparently that was what was setting it on fire every night.
But why does it have your lighter?
Yeah, you look, they're identical. The one that fell out of the
It's,
tree
like, super
definitely
old,
looks
probably.
older. Yeah. It's got rust spots all over. I'm presuming your lighter's like a Zippo. Is that correct?
I would assume so.
Yeah. It looks older, worn, but like, you know, every, 13-year-old with a Zippo's got some kind of like engraving or something on it. Little etching or whatever. Yeah, it
Cute little Nikki.
matches. It's your lighter, just way older.
Shit.
The time doesn't flow equally everywhere. We might not be alive somewhere else.
You think there's two of us?
Or we're going to interact somehow and overlap somewhere.
Oh no, we're multidimensional beings.
Yes. Yeah.
As Charlene
We'll
runs
encounter
up.
ourselves somewhere else.
What was that snake?
That snake was what was eating your birds?
Yeah. He was a rude a-hole is what he was.
Yeah, he was the one who set this whole thing up.
Does that mean that I don't
Have to feed the birds to it anymore? It's true.
She runs
Can
over
go
to her
back?
birds. We're free. We can go back to town. We're free. As you all are watching, you see these giant bird wings sprout out of Charlene's back as she takes flight
It's free.
Damn.
and soars off across the sky.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna like apprehensively pat the tree and be like, I'm sorry. I didn't enjoy kicking you when it was a necessary evil, and then just like wipe my hand on my jeans.
That's fair. All the other kids kind of, as Mandy, as your song kind of came to an end, they started wandering back towards the tent city. There's actually a few scuffles breaking out because some of the people who were in line got out of line and now they want their old spots
Our
back.
fault.
But the other people are like, no, you got out of line. You lost your spot.
Mm.
What do y'all want to do now?
I don't know. Should we intervene in the kerfuffle about the line?
So I feel like there's three options here. We could go towards the tent city. We could try and break up the fights, or we could try and get a spot in line.
We could check out the tent city and then get a spot in line. We need. Oh no, we shouldn't divide the party, probably, right?
It's
Right.
up to you. It just makes it easier on me if
I know, right?
you're not all teamed up.
Exactly. So we can't do that.
So maybe what we can do is maybe break up the fights first,
Sure.
and then see if we might be able to get a spot in line with some folks.
You're like, hey, y'all, it's all right. Can we work it out?
Yeah. So how are you going to break up these fights?
That's a great question. Mandy's first order of business is gonna sort of like go over there and like sort of check out what's going on there, like
Yeah.
who's fighting, what they're saying,
A
stuff.
bunch of kids like wrestling on the ground. Like, no, there was music. It's fair to get out of line and get your spot back if there's music. And then someone else is like, no exceptions. You got out of line. You lost your spot. That's why they come through with the pots every hour. That's why they bring the food here every hour, 3 times a day. So no one gets out of line.
The pots so that they can pee while they're in line, I assume.
That's an assumption. Yeah.
Like that. You could assume that. Oh.
All right, so Mandy is going to like turn up her
I'm mesmerized
guitar,
by the music.
turn up her guitar as loud as she can.
Sure. Take that up to 11.
Yeah, just take it up to 11 and just play a really obnoxious tone.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like get everybody's attention, get them all to shut up.
Hammer that thing. And like,
Yeah.
all eyes shift over to Mandy. Silence.
So it seems like standing in line might actually be causing more problems than it's helping. Wouldn't you all agree?
There's a lot of head nods. Like, yeah.
What if we proposed a different system?
Ooh.
What do you mean a different system?
What if we did a ticket system?
Ticket system?
Yeah, everybody gets a number, gets a piece of paper with a number on it. 1 through, I don't know how
Whatever.
Whatever, yeah. And we go from the person who gets the first ticket to the person who gets the second ticket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. So that way we don't have to have a line. And y'all can, get out of line if you need to. Because there's no line. It's a ticket system.
So what do we do with these tickets?
Well, you hold on to them.
We could have an assigned person who calls the next person's ticket in line, and then you hand in your ticket.
So like,
And then you could pick up tickets by someone else who gives everybody new tickets when they want to get back in line.
so then
Let's start
wouldn't it just
again.
be a line to get tickets?
Nope, because it's fast and easy. You pick up the ticket and you go.
Yeah, what you do is you go up to the ticket person.
The ticket
And-
master.
Yeah, the ticket master, and then they hand you your ticket, and then you get out of, and you just go and wait until it's your turn to get called up.
You go wait in line.
No, you don't have
Nope.
to wait in line.
You get to have your turn when they call your number.
Yeah.
We could demonstrate it for you.
Yeah. Are you guys going to demonstrate? You're getting a lot of like blank looks.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
could be our opportunity to go right to the front of the line.
True.
Be like, all right, I have 3 tickets here. Here's one, here's one, here's one to each other. And then we're like, all right, number 1.
Well, what we could do is for our demonstration here, can we get a couple volunteers?
Here we go.
Yeah, a handful of the kids that were on the ground hop up.
Okay.
You get like 4 of them.
And now, anybody got any paper on them?
One of them pulls out like an old raggedy notebook. With
All right.
like a nub of a pencil.
All right. And so Mandy is just gonna write 1 and like 1, 2, 3, how many ever kids there are, and like tears them up and like tears them into this individual strips, and then says, all right, so I will be the ticket master, and Periwinkle here will be the person who takes the tickets. Okay. So the first person, what we could do, we can have a nice little race here. The first person, she's gonna stand like about 10 feet away. The first person to get it to me will get the first ticket. Second person will get the second ticket, and the third person will get the third ticket.
They don't wait. It is a scrambling fight. All of them leaping over each other, trying to knock each other down. And eventually one of them pops up in front of you. I did it. I got here first.
You did. And then Mandy's gonna hand them the first ticket.
Got ticket 1.
Yep. And then Periwinkle.
Number 1, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. And so he turns and he starts running towards the front of the line, towards the rock.
I'll take your ticket, please.
Oh yeah. He turns around and runs back to you, hands you, just kind of throws the piece of paper at you, and then turns and starts running back towards the front of the line.
Wait. This was just a demonstration. We need to make sure everybody else also agrees to this.
So it's not my turn.
Not yet.
This was an example.
Oh, I don't like this one bit.
Well, there is another way we could potentially do this. We could have a somebody. What we could do is, anybody have a hat?
Random draw.
You get like 4 hats thrown at you.
So I'll take one. I pick
the
up
largest one.
Get the largest one and put the tickets in it, and then just like instead of having the line, just like shake it around, mix it up, and then just like, okay, so we're not actually going to do this to get you to the front of the line yet. This is just a demonstration. The idea is that if we can convince everybody, we need to convince everybody in the line to make this all fair for everybody, right? But if we can convince them all to draw a number, then we can get them to go to the rock, get them ask their question, and then they can go back. But we're not doing that yet. We need your help to convince everybody else that this is the better system.
Sure. So this sounds like this is going to be a skill challenge.
It does.
We're going to have 3 turns, so each of you gets 1 turn. And your choice, charm or lead, and explain to me how you're doing this to convince everyone to get aboard this ticketing system. And I'll tell you what, we'll just go standard difficulty on this. We'll go a little easier. I want 2 successes.
Okay.
So each of you gets a roll, and by the time it's said and done, I have to have 2 successes. And if not, it fails.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, Mandy, this is your idea. You get the first roll. Explain to me what you're doing, and then make your roll.
Okay, so I'm planning on using my Mandy's natural ability to just talk to people to convince them and charm them. And that this is the way to go. This system is going to be a better system. That's going to be more fair for everybody.
Okay. Give me that roll.
All right.
Look at that. Shit. I should have made it more difficult.
Done and done.
Let's keep going. I've got a
No,
secondary
you can't change the
number.
rules.
No. You succeed. That's fine. I've got a secondary number in my head
Mhm.
that if you get to that secondary number, I'm going to give you a little bonus as well. So, Mandy, who's going to go next?
Let's go have Nikki go next.
Nikki?
Okay. I think she's going to step forward and be like, you know what? I'm very moved by my friend's attempts to help you guys. And I think that you should come along and join this new way because what way is better than forward? And then she bows and takes a step back.
Okay, what are you rolling? Lead?
Rolling a lead.
Fuck. There's the second number I had in mind. God bless it. Well, Periwinkle,
Mhm.
sadly your role
I
is
ain't
not
gotta
needed
prove
here.
shit.
You ain't got to prove shit. Not only do they
My
buy
friend's
into
got this under control.
they help set up the new ticketing system. They agree that the best way to do it is random. And over like the next hour or so, everyone works together to get thousands of strips of paper, all of them counted, maybe not right, but pretty close. And they all put it in this large bucket. And from now on, whenever someone comes up, they reach into the bucket and they pull a ticket and they wait for their number to get called.
All right. So
We created another union.
As the bonus, as a thank you, they set it up and they give you three each a ticket. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh boy.
Real quick, we're gonna put this on Periwinkle because Periwinkle, you didn't get a roll on the last one. So go give me an investigation test.
I'm gonna investigate. I successfully investigated.
As you've got your ticket, you're looking over all the work that you just implemented. You can see that there's a girl there. She looks terrified to reach her hand in the bucket to take a ticket. And as you notice her, you realize that you recognize her.
Oh boy.
What's the name of this scout that you know from the bus?
Bobette.
You see Bobette looking terrified, unsure about pulling a ticket.
What's going on, friend?
Oh,
You seem concerned.
oh, you're the ones who came up with the ticket. Oh, snap. Hey, Eddie, how's it going? You're the ones who came up with the tickets.
Yeah.
I just, I'm scared.
Why?
I gotta ask the rock a question, but I'm afraid of the answer.
Well, I mean, that's how all things are in life, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for what it might tell me.
Well, maybe you could wait and not take a ticket yet until you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's your question? Can you share it with me?
Yeah. Oh, snap. Shy DZ. Hey, Ashley. Thank you for that sub.
Hello.
Shy DZ.
26 months in a row.
Yeah. Very nice. Would have thought we've been streaming that goddamn long.
COVID happened just yesterday, right?
Right?
Like,
we invaded Jamie's basement.
and then you all left just as quickly, like it never happened.
Yeah. I gotta ask it. Where's my husband?
Oh no, is your husband missing?
Yeah, he disappeared a few weeks ago. And I don't know where he is, but I'm worried the worst.
Well, you know how this place can be, right? You go through the hedgerow. Sometimes you come back quickly, and sometimes it could take a few weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm scared of. Is he lost someplace bad? Did he get in trouble? Did he get hurt? I'm just worried.
Well, wouldn't you rather know the truth? If he's hurt, you could send someone out to find him. But if he's just fine, then you don't have to worry anymore.
I suppose that's right. You know, I think you're right. Maybe I'll wait around a little bit. And maybe he'll show back up. Maybe, he'll find me.
Or if you'd like, you could have someone else ask a question for you and decide whether or not they should tell you the answer.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be so bad. But no one's going to give up their spot in line for me.
Well, maybe we could allow you to take one of our places.
That would be nice. Would you do that for me?
We could probably do that for you, Bobette. Just don't piss in the corner anymore.
Now that I don't have to pee in the pot, it was uncomfortable. I'm a timid tinkler.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go wait in one of the tents. Probably that one over there. Come find me. I'm gonna be burying my head under the pillow. With worry.
All right. We'll come find you.
All right.
So what questions do we want to ask the rock?
Well, apparently I need to ask it where Bobette's husband
snap.
is.
Adam, thank you for that sub. Intense, just like camping. Anyway, continue on.
But otherwise, I don't know. Maybe we should ask the rock why we're here, what we're doing, or what we need to do. The meaning of life.
What we need to do to get home.
Yeah. How do we save everybody and get out of here?
Adam, thank you for that banked reroll. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
April.
Now, how many do we have?
One
We have
or
two.
two. Nice. So, yeah, you've got the first 3 tickets. You're free to walk up to this rock and ask questions.
Okay,
All right.
So the questions that we want to ask then are, where's Bobette's husband?
Mm-hmm.
What do we have to do to get out of here?
Maybe we could ask why our teacher turned into the Goblin Queen.
That's a good one.
Or what we do to save her.
How do we save the Goblin Queen? I think specificity is probably going to be.
Yeah, we can't leave it open-ended. Has to be a perfectly worded question.
You're not going to give me some monkey paw fun? That's rude.
Yeah. I watched the most recent episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. I know better.
And then
sure.
So that would be 2.
Yeah, we got.
How do we get back home?
Yeah.
And how do we help the Goblin Queen? Because we need to ask about Bobette's husband.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all walk to the front of the line. You have the first 3 tickets. They've got someone there making sure that the person with the right number shows up. And you are taken to the rock.
That rock is intense.
And as you move up to it, who has ticket 1? Let's go to the victim table.
Ooh, said the owl.
April, Nikki has ticket number 1.
Okay.
As you walk up to it, it rumbles.
Oh.
Will you pay the price?
Yeah, we're good.
What is your question?
How do my friends and I help the Goblin Queen?
Very well. Your birthday was in December.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a D100. So that's the
Oh,
last one on the little roll buttons down there. Or you can type it into the... You got it. You got it. Ooh, you rolled a 1.
You act like she doesn't know what she's
whoa.
doing.
I know.
That was either great or really terrible.
As it rumbles, beware the toothless hound. And
Who's hound?
as for the Goblin Queen, you must reunite her with her artifacts. There are 2 cats of stone, one buried in grain, the other lost inside of the great bug.
I already don't like that.
Give me just a moment. I need to make sure I record that to reference it later.
So I think we need to go digging through some corn. Lost inside the grain.
All right. So beware the toothless hound.
Another one inside a bug.
Yeah.
Hopefully not a very big bug.
It's going to be a big bug.
Okay.
You know it's gonna be a big bug.
You have your answer. And the curse of knowledge.
Yeah, we gotta beware of the toothless something or another.
The toothless hound.
Next. Let's see, April, who has ticket number 2?
The Miss Irene.
All right.
Will you pay the price?
Yes.
What is your question?
So the 2 questions, or the 3 questions we're going to ask were Goblin Queen, how to get home, and about Bobette's husband. Okay. How do we get home?
Sure. I need you to roll me a percentile. 93. Avoid the exotic when possible.
Exotic when possible.
Yeah.
And to get home, you must reunite and free all of those who are lost here.
That tracks.
2 are accounted for. Let's see.
People were on the bus with us.
Yeah, right.
Counting Violet is being, well, I guess Violet's not here yet. 2 were accounted for. 11 remain.
All right.
Next.
All right. Let's see. Should I just ask where Bobette's husband is, or should I ask where and how is Bobette's husband?
It might count.
That's one question, right?
We might count that as 2 questions.
So we want to know what condition he is if we need to save him.
We probably need to save him.
Yeah, so we're just going in with the assumption that we're going to have to do that. Okay. Where is Bobette's husband?
Sure. Roll me a percentile.
No. Maybe.
32. One step forward, two steps back.
Electric
Bobette's
slide.
husband has been incarcerated, for
Oh.
he grew too quick.
Oh, so he's tall. So he's in jail. Got it.
Next. And a person with ticket 4 comes kind of like barreling through all of you.
It's me. I have the ticket. All
So,
right. I think we should tell Bobette the news. I think that this is an acceptable thing. At least if he's incarcerated, he's probably alive.
This is true.
Maybe she can tell us where to get him.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
Okay. You head back to the tent that she pointed out. There's all sorts of cots and like bunk beds lined in this tent. And she's in one of them, buried under the blankets and under the pillow.
Like, good news, everyone.
Well, what did you find?
Well, I think he's okay, but apparently he's in jail.
He's in jail?
Yeah, where's jail? Where would he be incarcerated?
There's only one prison.
Okay.
It's the adult prison.
Oh, so he's an adult now?
He was, older than me, but he was still a kid. Unless he was lying about his age.
Well, we can check into him if we end up over there. Figure it out. We'll figure it out. But he's okay. You don't have to worry anymore.
Okay.
Is he a crower, not a shower?
Oh my God.
So now what?
Well, is there anything else to check out in this tent town?
There's, food. Food's provided. There's cooks making all sorts of corn-based dishes. Chowder,
Maybe we could
creams.
eat some corn and see if the
cob.
hedge will allow us to go through.
Mm-hmm. See if we can find Jimmy.
Before that, maybe we can just see if we could figure out, is the tree the only source of wood in this area?
Seems to be.
Okay.
How's the weather around this place?
It's now it's after nightfall by this point. It's
in
weather,
general.
It's
So, does it rain? Is it shitty weather? Are we living tough lives out here, living in tents?
out here it feels like I said, maybe this time of night, looking at, low 60s.
So it's probably not
dry
too
air.
bad. At least for the time being.
Well,
We should
do we want to
def-
find somewhere to sleep tonight then?
Well, if
Should
you're
we
looking
stay
for
here
somewhere to
and-
sleep, all the beds are just for whoever needs them.
Oh, just pop a squat and hang out.
Yeah, I think, definitely sleeping is definitely probably a good idea because of how late it is.
Okay. Yeah, make it through the night uneventful. You can hear people yelling numbers at all hours of the night, though, as people move through and ask their questions. Morning rolls around. It's chilly. It definitely is. Maybe it's down in like the 50s. Dew is on everything. But one thing that didn't happen last night is the tree didn't start on fire. And as you all step out, you can actually see that there's signs of like some new growth. Little buds are popping up on the branches.
Why would the tree self-sabotage like that then?
I think it was the snake. I think he set it all up.
Well, but the tree was the one with the little creepy branches lighting the lighter, right? I mean, maybe the snake was influencing it somehow, but trees just got serious depression, and maybe that was the tree's attempt to get rid of the snake. Hmm. Things to contemplate. So I want to be nosy and listen to one of the kids ask their questions. I'm curious what kind of really important questions the children have to ask this tree or the rock.
Oh yeah, sure. It's easy enough to kind of move up now that there's no line. People aren't as aggressive about where you're standing in the general area of the rock. The first kid you listen to asked the tree, how long do I got till I become a grown-up too? And the tree rumbles back, you've got as long as you keep your deal with the salesman.
Oh, so they can remain infinitely young?
Next one comes up. I've got 3 strikes against me by the union.
No.
When am I going to get my 3rd strike? Your 3rd strike will come after the day that you taste fruit.
Uh-oh.
Another
So
kid
we need to keep an eye on the tree then.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Another kid rolls through. I found this weird stick out in the grass. What is it? What should I do with this stick? You should
That's a kid-level
find
question.
the rest of the body and bury it with it.
Uh-oh. Excuse me. You should show us this stick.
Yeah, are we in line of sight?
Yeah. You can flag them
Is it
down
a stick?
afterwards. This kid's young. 3, 4. This stick is definitely long, like an arm bone or something like that. Kind of,
How they be grabbing without their arm?
Hey, kiddo,
Yeah.
can you show us where you found that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Smart. That's probably a
not a
better
problem.
question.
That's not a problem at all. Found it over by the water wheel. You wanna, follow me? I'll take you there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
And he turns and starts walking towards, the nearest chunk of hedgerow.
Oh, okay. I guess we may or may not end up there.
And he
Right.
pushes his way through. Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And as you push your way through, you find yourself looking at the graveyard with the big building where Remy distributes the corn.
Is the kid here?
No sign of him.
Oh,
Methinks one of the artifacts may be here.
yeah, me too. Buried in the grain.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to ask Remy's permission to go corn digging.
I don't know
Is-
if he'll give
is-
it to us though.
Is corn even a grain?
I mean, I think so.
Listen, don't be questioning that science shit here.
It's stored similarly.
Listen, it's one of the largest produced crops in this here state. Maybe you should know the answer to that question there.
Maybe
Chuck?
I should, and maybe I don't. You live here too. Damn it.
Yeah, fair enough. In fact, we didn't grow up kind of on a farm.
It can be considered either a grain or vegetable based on how it is or when it is harvested.
Aha.
So if it's hard, it's a grain. So is there a grain storage for like the hod corn? Not the kind that's got the juice.
Yeah. No, yeah, you go
Never.
ask Remy, and he's like, oh, yeah. In the back's where I keep the popping corn. It's
All
where
right.
it's at.
Can we go dig through the popping corn a little bit? Is that okay?
That
We're just looking for
is
something.
not sanitary.
Well, what if we
Y'all
did it
gotta
in a
wash your
method
hands
that was?
first.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
He pulls out a very small bar of soap and takes you back around the back of the building to the
Wash your hands.
picket for the well, the pump. And he makes you all wash your hands. He counts out each of you, like 30
A, B.
seconds each.
Yeah.
We stand a sanitary rat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's right back here. As he escorts you through, and eventually you find this giant mound kind of hidden in the back of just this hard kerneled, looks like popcorn. Hey, it is. I don't know what you expect to find.
Should we go for a dig, everyone?
All right.
Sure. Once
In there
again,
with our hands.
investigate test.
Scoop, like it's sand. It's gonna be way too fun. Oh no! Oh no!
Who am I missing here? I got Nikki. Oh, there's Mandy. Mandy pulls it through. Is Mandy, you're digging. Like you are like wading in this, like just covered, digging. And all of a sudden you hear this hiss. Go ahead and give me a move test, Mandy.
Move quickly, Mandy. Move
Not
quickly.
this fucker again.
Oh,
I mean, it could
you
be
knock it
that.
out of the park.
Oh,
You yank your hands back as this cat's paw darts out of the corn and takes a swipe at your hand. And you easily, move aside. It doesn't get you. Hear the hiss again, then it goes quiet.
Is it a normal sized paw, like a normal sized cat
Seems
would
like
be?
it, yeah.
Here, kitty. Animal handling in this game.
Charm. Are you gonna try it?
Yeah. Like here, kitty. Love you, kitty.
Yeah.
Pet the
As
kitty.
you start calling, Mandy, you've taken a step back. You can see the corn start kind of like pushing aside, like something is like crawling out from underneath of it. And eventually it stops. And this like clay cartoon cat head kind of pops out and rolls down. And you can
God.
see that it is one of the earrings that Miss Jeffrey would always wear.
Ah. Good kitty. Hi, kitty. Kitty. Is it small, itty bitty, or like cat sized?
No, it's a large earring. Like it would probably be uncomfortable to wear for a long period of time, but that doesn't stop Miss Jeffrey. But it's smaller, and it's just the cat head.
Wondering if we could convince it to, hang out in the pocket and come along.
But as soon as it comes out, like it's just a earring, an inanimate object.
Oh, so it's not like an actual cat right now.
No.
Can I pick it up and pocket it?
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
All right. There you go, kitty. Pat my pocket. Good kitty.
good job.
Don't pee in there. Wouldn't appreciate it.
Okay, we'll go back to Remy and be like, found it. Thanks.
You got it. I'm glad I could help. Hopefully, none of the ghosts here at night would be too upset about that.
Oh God.
What time is it right now?
Why don't you go ahead? Roll me 2d12.
And not roll. No.
Yeah. Shit,
10
now I
o'clock
gotta do
a.m.
math. Yeah, it's early morning, 10ish.
Stay for
I
lunch, I suppose.
actually,
That
I
would
do
be.
have a
But
question.
actually, no ghosts. It's not dark out.
What's up, Mandy?
How many ghosts do you usually hear?
I
Oh.
mean, there's a lot. It depends on the person too.
What do you mean? It depends on the person.
Yeah, people who stay here, some hear more, some hear less.
Oh,
I think last time you were here, you talked about hearing two.
Yeah, this is true.
all right.
Right. Well, do we want to try and continue on and go back through the hedgerows and see where it takes us?
You could.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm in favor for because time does seem kind of weird here. So, like, we
Couldn't
could
hang out
stay
anywhere
here.
too long.
Yeah,
Take a restock of lunch and head on our way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Same thing. You're here long enough. Eventually, the big procession comes through of people picking up food. And sure enough, you see Jimmy in that group.
Jimmy?
Hey, hi. Keep seeing you here.
Yeah. How long's it been since the last time we saw you?
I don't know, maybe a month.
Oh my God. All right. Do you know about the rock, Jimmy?
Yeah, I've talked to it before.
Got any wise wisdom from the rock that you'd be willing to share?
Hey, it told me, I asked it, how do I go about making my living, not being, just a layabout, unproductive. And it said that the solution to my problem was in the hole of the back of my trousers.
It worked. It worked out in your
And so
favor,
now,
right?
yeah, I got myself a business fixing, the butts of
Trouser
everyone's
holes.
pants. You'd be
Butts.
surprised
Beautiful
how many
butts.
people tear up the pants right in the derriere.
Like there's
This-
the butt of the joke.
There's plenty of others. There's another bloke that I know who does knees. He gets a little more business than me, but my work's higher quality. I can branch out if I want to, but no need to be greedy.
All right. Let's see. Is there anything else we want from Jimmy while we have him?
Have you heard of anything about a bug, a great bug?
Oh yeah, I didn't talk to you about that one already. You forget?
Yep. You should
Apparently.
remind us. We're
Yeah,
not.
It's when you were asking
What is
about the bus, the car.
Oh.
Oh.
Does it look bug-like?
Yeah, looks like a big beetle.
Oh.
Oh, I did forget about that. Okay.
Thank you. You've been so enlightening, Jimmy. You're a good man.
Yeah.
Good man, Jimmy.
I'm fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm great.
Your
Wonderful.
wife's a lucky woman.
Hey, both of them are.
Oh.
One for each cheek. I mean, if you patching, two cheeks to a ham, it's fine though. They were already a couple before I came along.
Oh, well, then, listen, if you make it work, you make it work.
Yeah. Just glad they could squeeze me in. So, I gotta get my corn. Anything
yep.
else?
Something about a water wheel?
Yeah, the water wheel. It's a dangerous place there. It's haunted. The old
Oh.
man,
Old man haunts the water wheel. Why
Yeah.
would there be bones at the water wheel?
Yeah, plenty of people died there.
Oh, okay. So it's a normal occurrence. It's not necessarily like,
Well, people don't die there so much anymore. People avoid it usually, and but back in the the old days when the original water wheel was destroyed, plenty died there, and then they decided to capture the old man who burnt it down, and he put up a hell of a fight. More people died. He's
wow.
kicking kids left and right, and then
terrible.
after they caught him and tied him to the wheel. It was better for a while, but then he disappeared again. And, now people try not to go there.
Could our bus driver have been the old man? I mean, he's not dead anymore. We took care of that, but wow. Kicking kids.
I mean, what else does a grown up do?
Yeah, that's right. They're the pits.
Did we want to ask about the jail at all?
That's true. Apparently the grown-ups have a jail.
Well, let me clarify that for you. There is a jail for adults, but they do not have it. They are guests.
Oh. Well, where is this jail for adults?
Oh, through the rows.
Is there some other thing that it's nearby that you could describe?
I
Like,
mean, what's really next to anything?
is it in the
Just whatever
fire
needs to
town?
be.
Is it in Aquaburg?
No, it used to be in Firebug before the adults took over, but then we had to set up a new one to keep them locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So now, adults that cause trouble, I get thrown in the adult jail.
What if
Right.
someone's not an adult?
I mean, it might work.
Maybe they
there.
just look like an adult.
Yeah, I mean, an adult, it's a state of mind more than anything else.
All
You get
right.
old enough, you get some hair on you, then
It's some hair in your pits. You're a grown up.
Yeah, not necessarily. I've got a few squirrely ones here and there, but I'm not a grown up, not by any means.
All right.
It's more of a state of mind, childlike wonder and whatnot.
Oh, so you don't necessarily just grow up eventually?
No, I mean, it depends. Usually, no. But then, if you're worried about it, you can talk to the salesman.
How do we find a salesman?
They're in Aquaburgs. Just make your way there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your enlightening information.
Yeah. Glad I could help.
Us too. You take care of them wives now. You hear?
I take care of them as much as they take care of me. I run the business. They manage the books because I'm bad at math.
I bet they manage them books.
They do a good job. Anyway, I'm going to get my corn and head back home.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Deuces.
Needs to give us a.
Yeah. That old timey Victorian farewell. Deuces. Yeah. Now what?
Suppose really the only thing we can do is head back through the hedgerows.
Sure.
Give my little pocket a pat, make sure our kitty cat's still there, and
It sure is.
go on our way, I guess.
Yeah.
Got a bird. I got a weird fucking cat thing.
You make your way through and push through, and you find yourself on the other side in a very dark, middle of the night, very scary looking forest. And you can hear the sound of running water.
Oh, I wonder if the water wheel is near here. Should we follow the stream up?
I guess so, if we have to. It sounds spooky.
Yeah. You start heading towards the water wheel. And before long, you hear a cry, a yell. Hey! Hey, it's you!
It is.
As you see a kid like huddled under a bush, maybe like 6 or 7, ratty, filthy, scrawny, malnourished, clutching a bone that you recognize.
No.
You were supposed to follow me.
We tried. How long were we gone?
I've been here. It feels like years.
Oh my God. You waited years?
Every time
Feels
I
like
try to
years.
leave, I end up right back in here.
Well, how many suns have come up?
There's no sun here. Not at the water wheel.
Well, how could you have lived here for years?
I mean, my trousers, my shirt's tight. They don't fit no more. And he kind of stands up, and you can see he's definitely outgrown these clothes.
My goodness. Well, we appreciate your patience.
It's not like I was being patient. I couldn't leave.
Well, that just means you're supposed to be here, right?
I'd rather not.
I'd take out the corn that I had gotten for lunch and be like, here.
Oh my God, he
Yeah,
just
I think you need
dives
this.
on
Yeah.
your hand. Oh, it's so much better than mushrooms and leaves. Oh, caught a rat once.
Can't be eating
Weird
rats
one.
around these parts. No.
It was
I
a
wanted to
weird
hear
one. It
about-
had this big bushy tail behind it.
What
Yeah.
color was it?
It was brown, crawling up in trees. Don't know how it got up in there. Threw this here, well, threw the bone at it, knocked it down. It wasn't
Oh.
good.
So where'd you
Hairy.
find that again?
Dude.
What?
Where'd you find that again?
Here, somewhere. I did try to get rid of it for a while. I threw it in the river. But then
And it
I
came
woke
back?
up the next morning. It was lying right across my chest.
Meant to be with you.
I guess. You can have it if you want.
Okay. I guess we'll take it off your
Good for taking
hands.
care of tree rats. Of course, just the once.
Squirrels. It was a squirrel, right?
Hell's a
Bushy
squirrel.
tail. It's not important. Yeah. Tree rat.
Anyway, let's go. I'll show you where the wheel is. And he kind of like works his way through the woods. And eventually you see this large, old, rickety looking building with this big water wheel on the side. And you watch as this water wheel turns over, and you can see there's a couple spots where it's got like some chains and manacles hanging off of it.
Oh, this might be the bones of the old man.
That's definitely where he was at, you know, way back
Are there any
when.
bones hanging in those chains?
Now they're empty.
Hmm.
What about it? Can we see kind of in the river? How clear is the water?
It's kind of murky, and it is a little bit dark. The water's not deep, though, if you want to go in. It's cold, though, mighty cold.
I don't know. The tree said to find the rest of these bones and bury it. So that must be what we're meant to do here, right?
Right. Okay.
We're going to get you home anytime soon.
I guess Nikki will wade out into the water and hold up her lighter, see if she can see anything.
Sure.
Kind of feel
Investigate
around.
test.
Okay.
You don't find any other bones. But what you do find is an old, rusty key.
Hmm. Does it look like it would go to one of the shackles or like a door?
You're not sure. This old, like, skeleton style key. You can certainly move up
Okay.
to the wheel and try and catch one of the shackles as it goes by.
Mm.
But as it does, you kind of catch it. And you see there's actually no key spot on this. It looks like, I don't know if you all would know this, but for a while, instead of locks on shackles, they would put a hot rivet through and hammer it down to hold it in place.
I have watched YouTube videos of restorations. Thank you very much.
Okay. So that's, yeah.
You're like, hey y'all, I think I found a key to the building.
All
The
right.
building's unlocked.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you know of anywhere else that has a key? Or a keyhole?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing here that would be the building, but it's not locked. I mean, maybe there's something inside. I don't like going in
All
there.
right. We could go
It's
check it out, I
dangerous, that
guess.
big old rock.
Haunted.
I suppose it's worth a shot. Go try the door.
Be brave.
Yeah, you cut across the river. It's very cold. You move up to the door. It's closed, but it opens. And as soon as it does, you hear this very loud grinding noise, like stone on stone.
Can I see anything? Is it too dark?
It's very dark in here.
Oh.
Light
Does
your
my
lighter.
lighter do anything?
You can fire up your lighter and it gives you enough light. Didn't someone have an oil lantern that they took?
Oh, that's
thought it
right.
broke.
Did it break?
I thought it broke when we went back to the mines where the adults were.
Oh,
Because they snuck up on us and it got knocked over.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, with the lighter, you kind of move around and you can see that on one shelf there's some candles and the little like brass candle holders. Light those up, and you see as soon as you get some light in there what this grinding noise is, as there's this huge grindstone connected to the cogs and gears that the water moves the wheel, which then in turns runs the grindstones. Looking around, you can see that there's a ladder going up to like a second floor here. Anything else that you would want to work for, I would definitely want a investigation test.
It's just a regular open room and
Yeah.
then stairs leading up.
Yeah. Looks like there's
Okay.
some stuff, maybe some tools or whatnot for maintaining the gears of the water wheel.
Suppose head upstairs and see what's up there.
You go upstairs and looks like it's a living area. Hasn't seen use in a very long time. But looking in there, you can see there's like a bed, old, very basic, crude constructed bed. There's a little dresser. There's a couple pots here and there, maybe a water basin. Really basic, simple, like wood burning stove. But at the foot of the bed, you see this like big steamer style trunk. Hey there, Diesel Shot. Thanks for the raid. We're playing us some Tales from the Loop, doing our campaign through the Hedgerows, which is very roughly inspired by Over the Garden Wall. Yeah. You see this big steamer trunk at the foot of the bed?
Does it have a big keyhole on it?
It
Yeah,
does.
can I try the key on it?
It does.
Oh, convenient.
Keyhole, you turn it. It takes some force, but it goes. And you pop the steamer trunk open. Inside, there's some very old clothes, adult-sized clothes. There's a very old, very faded picture of a man. Looks like some of these clothes might be what he was wearing. He's got a, shovel in hand, and you can see it looks like he's working on the start of this water wheel, this watermill.
Do they look familiar?
He does not look familiar to you, no. But also, like I said, this is a very large trunk. You find a pry bar, and you also find a, think of like a half shovel, like a trench shovel. So shovel just on a shorter shaft.
Those wouldn't be bad to take.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Put them in my backpack.
Sure, yeah.
with the baseball bat and
Yeah, just everything's sticking up. Just grab them one at a
Yeah.
time.
Just make sure to
Weapons.
add those to your sheet.
Sweet.
So, but there's not a lot else up here.
Is there anything with the wood burning stove? Anything under
Yeah.
the pillow?
You pop open the stove. Looks like, there's the remains of an ancient, the ashes and charcoal, and it wasn't cleaned out last time it was used. Pillow is mostly moth-eaten, very thin, worn. You can tell it's got like those grimy stains for someone sleeping on it quite a bit, but old, dust covered.
Nothing under the bed?
You look under the bed. There's an old pair of boots with some ancient mud caked onto it.
What does ancient mud look like compared to regular
Just
mud?
regular ass mud, but the boots, they're leather boots, like they creak and crack as like you pull them out and like flex them a little bit, like these boots have been sitting here for a long time. The leather started to go on it.
All right.
Doesn't seem like there'd be much more to find up here. Do we want to take a peek at the downstairs before we head out again?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Sure. Investigate for looking over the downstairs again.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm just a loser tonight. Just a loser. I got it.
Periwinkle, as everyone's looking around, Periwinkle, you're kind of, aloof like you usually are, but you step in a certain spot on the floor and it's got a lot of give to it. And you kind of stop and look for a second, kind of lower your candle. And you can see there's a big section of boards that aren't actually nailed down.
Guess I'd really like to pry those up with a bar.
How convenient. Suppose come over, see if we can pop them out of the floor.
Yeah, they, pry up. Heavy, kind of, in there for a long time, so kind of packed with dirt. But yeah, eventually you pry up these boards and you can see there's like a cellar area underneath with old kind of wooden rickety steps descending into the dark.
Well, we have 2 lighters technically, right? So
2 lighters, and there's candles, enough candles for each of you to have a candle.
let's do that.
Who wants to take the lead? Well, I suppose I should, since I have the bat.
You're so brave.
I was gonna say I could take the lead if
Okay.
you give me one of the weapon, or like either the pry bar.
Oh, yeah.
Pry
Do you have a
bar,
preference?
shovel.
Take a shovel. And you could take a pry bar. And she's got her baseball bat. We're all good.
I don't have a preference. I could take either. I could take either of them.
Okay, I'll hand you the pry bar.
Yeah, and so
Sure.
Maddie's gonna go down, pry bar, and candle in one hand.
You make your way down. You can see down there, like it was a root cellar or something at one point. There's some old shelves. There's some long past expiration date, like mason jars that were probably full of food at some point. A couple barrels, who knows what's in them. But in the center of the room, there's a mound. Probably 6 feet long, maybe, like 6 or 7 inches high, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide.
Mound of dirt?
Yes.
Or just like a dark shadow? Okay.
Dirt.
Do we still have the arm?
So the kid's outside. He didn't want to come inside.
I thought he handed it to us, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's like, take this, I don't want it.
I'm sorry, I forgot that. Then yeah, one of you has the bone. Yeah.
And I'm sure based on where the thumb is, we could tell in which arm this is, right? Can we just like gently kind of like nudge it in there and just toss a little dirt on there?
Sure, yeah. You kind of just poke it into the dirt ever so lightly, cover it loosely. It's
Yeah,
buried.
Okay. With the rest of the body, I hope.
Well, there's only one way to know for sure, and that is unfortunately to dig it up.
Oh,
I'll get the shovel ready.
I don't want to desecrate.
You know,
So we could
Good
gently
cause.
just look and see down at the bottom if there's a foot, like.
Yeah, I mean, you dig, it's maybe a foot down. Eventually you start finding bones.
Okay. I'll just bury that right back up.
Yeah. Are you just tossing it anywhere in there? Or are you trying to find the location of an arm?
I think it would be a good idea.
I'd put it where the arm should go. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Tell
spend
by
some
the place
time.
of the thumb that we would know which arm it would be, right?
Yeah. Disturbing, not pleasant. But yeah, after a couple hours of work, you all crawl out of that basement covered in dirt. But it's done.
All right. Let's go check on our friend. And I don't know, is there anything else we need to take with us? Maybe we could take the candles and things with us and
You can keep those
get
candles.
out of here.
That's not a problem. Just add them to your inventory.
Okay. +1 candles, everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, as you take those, you move back up to the hedgerow, ready to push through again. And as you push through the hedgerows, it takes you somewhere new.
Ooh.
And where that somewhere new
On the next
is,
episode.
we will find out on the next episode. So I realized that I don't think, did we do our XP questions last time?
I don't believe we did.
That doesn't sound like a thing we did, no.
That is my mistake. So let's do our XP questions for tonight. So pretty much the way this works is I have, at the end of every session, 5 questions I'll ask you. If you can say yes, you get an experience point. Those are marked on your character sheet underneath your skills.
I'm physically capable of saying yes.
It has to truthfully be a yes.
Okay.
And for every 5 experience points that you gather, you can increase a skill by 1 point.
I do have one other question.
Yeah.
I was scared during the last session. But
You've had a night's
at 8.
rest. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good. You can get rid of that.
Double check.
Yeah. All right. So our questions. Did you participate in this session? Yes.
Yeah, I think I did.
So mark down 1 XP. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or one of your relationships with someone in the party? No. It's been pretty
I
cohesive.
don't remember what
so
my
far.
problem is.
Yeah, you'd have to look like Mandy.
Oh, my problem's that I'm weird, so I guess it hasn't been a problem too much.
You can play up your problems to kind of, they're just fun role-playing things. So you can be so weird to the point that it's almost a hindrance to a party, and that would get you an XP point. Did anyone struggle with, did anyone use or struggle with your pride? So Mandy, you did, because your pride is using your keytar. So like, Periwinkle.
I don't have anything in mind.
You need to come up with a pride. Or you've got pride. Are you just a very proud person?
I don't know.
And Nikki, you don't have a pride either. Both of you come up with something that your character is very proud about themselves.
I'm good with animals, I guess, because I'm a blue bird. And I convinced a cat thing to live in my pocket.
Sure. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
I think Nikki did.
Yeah. You got sucked up into a tree. Ah, snake.
You did, yeah. And have you all learned something new this session?
We did.
A lot of things.
Yeah. So take a point for that. The number of points that you took today, go ahead and double it for last session too.
Okay.
Since I forgot to ask these questions. So
and every 5,
you can increase a skill point by 1. Now you can only, your skills, the top they can be is a 5. So that's the max for a skill point. Your attributes, your body, tech, heart, and mind, those cannot increase. So yeah, you can, use these to make yourself better at the things you're already good at, or to, you know.
And then we take off 5 hit point or 5.
Yes, you would then remove 5 marks.
Oops, it's just making more.
You right click.
You gotta right click.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And yeah, that's where we'll wrap tonight's session. We'll be back in 2 weeks to see where you all end up. Hopefully Violet will be feeling better and can join us. I don't know. Anyone got anything they want to plug or add or throw out there? Irene, I know you've got a place we can buy your work.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at DMIDB on Twitter. So it's like at DMIDB. And you can also find the stuff that I sell. I have an itch shop where I sell short stories and eventually, hopefully, maybe long stories and tabletop stuff. That's dmidb.itch.io. So you can find stuff there. Like I've got a Bright Hammer adventure. Let's see what else do I got on there. I've got a solo journaling RPG called Fortunate on there.
Links in the chat so you can all go check that out. Yeah. Here on Defenders, if you come back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central, we're gonna be running Dungeon Crawl Classics. We're doing my Dead Sun campaign, where last session we ran a little adventure.
Oh, sun, like sun,
Dead
not
sun.
dead sun, is it my child?
Not your
my
child,
son.
the giant ball of light in the sky. The adventure went so sideways that the party found themselves lost in time and ended up resurfacing at the moment that the sun was consumed by a monster. So they're right at the beginning of the apocalypse, rather than the nuclear winter they were living in before.
Cool
Saturday,
nuclear.
what's
Cool
that?
apocalypse. Nothing.
Yeah. Saturday, we got us a double header at 1 p.m. over on Grim and Perilous Plays. I'm running some Fallout 2D20, so you can check that out. Saturday night over on Goodman Games Official for our Danger Stranger show. Bert is running us through some weird frontiers. If you come back next Wednesday, we'll be back to... Actually, no, we're going to be doing the Dragonbane Quick Start Adventure, so we'll be running that here. If you don't know what that is, new game by Free League Publishing that they've got up for Kickstarter right now. It's already fully funded. It's got a shitload of the, different tiers unlocked, the stretch goals. So yeah, we're going to be playing the Quick Start next Wednesday. I don't fucking know. I ain't got anything else. Y'all got anything? Okay.
Bedtime.
I can dig that. All right. Well, until we see you next time, ask rocks questions, get rid of snakes, and, be friendly to your rats that live in your corn storage facilities. Deuces.
Bye.